Well, I mean, just famous to where the possibility of you bumping into them and then being like, I just want to have a one-night stand.
Let's go.
It's pretty fucking slim.
Listen, she's on the list.
Right. And how many people are you allowed on that list? Can you have like 400?
Isn't this from Friends? Didn't they have an episode
I
where
think
this was on it? And I think the list was 5.
5.
If I remember correctly.
I don't know if it comes from Friends. Friends,
I think it comes from the Roman times.
Or morning radio.
Or yeah.
Oh.
Who's on your new list there?
Giggling butt.
Number 1 with a bullet.
Oh my God. That just made me think of this morning show that they talked about Nickelback quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Good morning, everybody.
They actually took the video of photograph. You know how Chad Kroger, look at this photograph, and he is actually holding up a photo.
Yeah.
But he's all smiling behind it. And they changed it to it's like a bar graph. Look at this graph, and that's it.
That's it for 9 seconds.
That's it.
It's just a vine just looping and him smiling next to it. I'm like, oh my God. This radio host in the morning, I can't even remember what radio station I was listening to. He was going on and on about how hilarious it was. So I looked it up, and it was like,
It's him holding up a graph.
a graph.
Maybe you were just offended personally that they attacked
No.
Nickelback.
No. Are you kidding me? After the years of this show alone with the attacks on Nickelback, I think I've built up a pretty thick skin.
When I saw the video, I thought, okay, it's a graph. Are they going to allude to the fact that all the songs are formula and that we just follow this thing?
Well, no, you see
that's getting too deep.
No, you see how that graph, how each bar got bigger. Those were their.
I thought it was like an upside down bell curve.
That was their album sales, just going up and up and up.
I thought it was like they started high, they went low, and then they went back high again.
No. It was.
That's when we started taking on country.
No, they can't stop selling albums.
Now, did he have to give Avril Lavigne half of his earnings?
I don't know in Canada. I don't know if that.
Are they done?
Canada's worse than America.
Oh, is it?
Dave Foley from the Kids in the Hall, he can't even go to Canada because of how much money. Because they base it on your salary when you get divorced. And at the time, he was on a hit TV show, a sitcom, making all this money.
Well, he was on like 5. I mean, he was on Will and Grace. He was on News Radio.
No, News Radio was the one he was on.
Oh, okay.
And
he was on Will and Grace too.
No, Dave Foley?
Yeah.
As a regular?
he was Jack's boyfriend for a while. He was this tycoon.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Will and Grace, that's a great show.
We never watched Will and Grace.
No, I never watched that crap.
Never watched that.
Just rather that she get the there's
Deborah Messing, that's probably number 4.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Grace?
Really?
Yeah.
From said Will and Grace?
Have you seen what's that new TV show on weeknights she stars in?
Oh, where she's a cop.
I don't know.
Oh, man,
she's a mom.
So bad.
Yeah, but she's a mom, so she wears her mom jeans and her...
Oh, God.
It's so bad.
Terrible.
Mom jeans?
Oh, the previews are awful.
Deborah Messing is...
Yes.
Check it out, man.
Well, have you ever seen the movie with Deborah Messing and Ben Stiller, Along Came Polly? She's hot in that.
Isn't that Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah, but Deborah Messing was his wife that ended up sleeping with this snorkeling guy.
Spoiler. God.
Oh, it's like the first 5 minutes of a Ben Stiller movie. You know something bad's going to happen to the guy.
Somebody's going to be humiliated.
Right. No.
The William Bear Show.
So, the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight was a complete scam. You know, and sometimes you got to be in the know to understand where you can be taken advantage of your digital identity. BinaryOptionsTrading.io, they review services, and members to the company, they review them and alert you to different scams. You can earn cash with their exclusive 100% deposit deals. It is the way to go to protect yourself and your digital footprint. BinaryOptionsTrading.io. Check them out today.
The William Bear Show.
nothing is going to go his way. But,
All right.
yeah, Deborah Messing. Anyway, so Dave Foley in Canada, so they just rape you, I guess?
Well, yeah. So then they tell him, well, now you have to pay your wife this much in alimony, and the show gets canceled. Well, it's done, and he still has to pay her that much money a week based on that salary when now he's not on TV. And it's like, how do you afford that? And
right.
so now if he goes to Canada,
He's like defunct
they'll
on-
arrest
or
him
default?
because he's
Okay.
and he talks about this in his comedy special about how, so now I'm doing stand-up comedy because I have to.
Yeah.
That's right. I remember that.
Yes.
I'm showing William some pictures of Deborah Messing in The Mysteries of Laura, is what the TV show is called.
Oh boy!
You can scroll through if you want to see more.
Yeah, she's still hot. She's hot. She's hot.
Oh, yeah, that's photoshopped
It's airbrushed all to hell.
promo
Yeah,
ad.
there's nothing you can do. She's hot.
Although our viewers can't see this right now, but William is also wearing a Pamela Anderson Baywatch shirt right now.
It was $4.
Yeah,
Ooh.
because it looks like you ironed on a photo of her onto a T-shirt.
10 years ago.
And washed it. Never wore it.
Left it in the back seat of your car in the sun for 2 years.
Although who didn't think Pamela Anderson was sexy? So
Yeah.
I'll give you that one.
Never?
No?
No.
Craig?
No.
Greg says
not even
no.
not even on Home Improvement.
Oh.
Oh, that
my.
was when she was at her peak.
Yeah.
That was like,
That was pre-operations.
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
That was the good stuff.
Yeah. I don't really do the blonde thing so much.
Okay.
What about VIP?
Yeah.
You missed out on a good thing if you missed that show.
VIP, was that the one where she was like a cop?
Yeah. It was
No,
she
she ran
PI.
a private investigative service, and every episode they found some reason for her to take her shirt off.
Sure.
every episode.
And one of them we were watching, they were under heavy gunfire, and they're hiding behind these bushes, and they're like, "What do we do? I don't know. We gotta let them know that we're friends. We're not enemies." And she's like, "I got an idea," and she takes off her white blouse. Now she's down in her bra, puts it on a stick, and is waving it like a surrender flag.
I think I remember that.
We laughed hysterically at that show.
Come on!
and then she spends
It was awesome.
And then the next 10 minutes, she doesn't bother to put the shirt back on.
No.
She just walks around with her bra.
It was
Sure.
so bad. It was so entertaining.
That sounds very entertaining. That's like a smoke a blunt and just like zone out and be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this isn't really happening.
It was like a weeknight show. It'd come on after Fifth Wheel. It's one of those late night, just when you're 20 years old and you work at a movie theater or something. You just kind of hang out and watch this stuff.
Well, speaking of watching stuff, Craig, did you get a chance to see the fight Saturday night?
No, I heard about it. Actually, I saw the parody of Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I feel I got the
Oh, you got the gist?
I got the gist of it.
Now, Emma, you said that you wanted to go to it, but the $25 ticket price over at the Bullpen was just a little much, and you were under the weather.
Yeah.
But I thought it was everybody made a big deal out of it, like how much he was hugging. Like I've seen so many like memes of them hugging, and like they put it in front of like a prom backdrop.
It's like they forget about his fighting style every time he fights.
That's what he does. I mean, and Joe, you watched the fight with me,
Right.
I mean, he owned the fight. I mean, Manny
Yeah.
Pacquiao couldn't do anything. I mean,
But that parody is pretty spot on.
yeah,
Little guy.
yeah. And then by the end of it, he's just like, but yeah, he.
Is it like the two Looney Tunes dogs? Like, hey George, where are we going?
No, it's like it's a Mike Tyson's Punch Out, except they took Mike Tyson out and they put Floyd Mayweather in.
Yeah.
And his special move, you know how Bald Bull would like doink doink doink,
Right.
doink doink
Yeah.
doink. Like Mayweather would just hug him.
He'd back off. He'd back off with every punch,
Yeah.
He'd miss every punch like Tyson would.
and then he'd get up close and just hug
Then
him.
he'd hug him.
But then the in between round thing, where it has like the little
Right.
quote thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says Mayweather says something about everybody loves my hugs or something like that.
Yeah. And then like the next one was like, I'm getting paid $300 million. I don't give a shit. It was like,
Hugs, not drugs.
He said we're all here for the money or something like that.
But yeah,
Is
so
Beaver his corner man going? Yeah.
yeah, he's just sitting there. Yeah, they did a really nice job with it too. I thought they emulated the 8-bit
Oh yeah, the look.
pixelated look. Not that it'd be that
I
hard nowadays.
loved that game, man.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't stop playing it.
So much fun.
Could not stop playing.
Did you see the video of the guy who played it blindfolded? Went all the way through and played it blindfolded.
Wow.
What? Well, I guess the
If you got the sound, you can.
Boing.
Everything's
Yeah.
There's sound and sight cues, and that's all that game is.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess so.
Although
I love
sometimes Don Flamenco,
Sometimes you go left instead of right.
or he'd swing 3 times instead of.
But he'd make
10.
the same sound. Boing. And then he would, like, at the end of the round, like, chew on a rose or something. Are we talking about the same
Yeah,
guy?
yeah.
Yeah.
And he'd throw a rose out.
Oh, yeah.
You knock him out and you get the. Like, you know that was a good hit if it takes him that long to fall down.
Well, anyway, Manny
What would
Pacquiao-
that look like live at a real boxing match? If it took a guy
It's a guy, like-
30 seconds to fall down.
Oh God! Oh God!
with his back to you.
Right.
Like, not just falling straight back, but, like, turning around and...
Would he actually have to hit the canvas first and then just start kind of like writhing? Like,
Well, and usually their feet didn't really move like they were walking. They like swept as if they were like sliding back and forth, skating across the ring.
Emma, are you familiar with this game?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Come on!
Oh, Mike
Punch
Tyson's
Out.
Punch-Out. That's up there with Double Dribble.
oh yeah,
Double Dribble.
and you always go to the same spot in the 3-point arc.
Yep. Nailed
Yeah.
it. RBI baseball. The
Yeah.
first baseball game where you could actually hit somebody and charge the mound.
I liked Little League baseball. I thought that was a blast.
That was fun.
That was a great one.
Super dodgeball.
I think that was the first game that you could actually make your own character. Like, you
Is
could
it?
actually name him
Yeah.
yourself.
How do you like that?
Yeah, that was in,
Really
that was,
started something new.
That was cutting edge technology right there.
It took up so much memory. They had to get rid of some of the graphics in the stands,
Right.
so they weren't people. They were just little dots.
No sound effects. Just
Yeah, it always sounded like there was a fan on.
and then the sound of a baseball was like it's terrible.
Bow!
Wah, wah.
Walk! Was that walk or foul? I don't know.
Well, he's walking.
Tecmo Bowl.
Tecmo Bowl.
There's
up
actually
and down.
There's actually a part of that documentary about Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
Where Bo Jackson was untouchable in
Yeah,
that game.
yeah.
Well, Lawrence Taylor was just equally as badass in that game. Nobody could block him. So if you could get the Giants against Bo Jackson, that was always a good.
You'd have quite the game.
It would be quite the game. You'd have Bo Jackson on both sides of the ball. It's fantastic. But anyway, Manny Pacquiao now he's got a rotator cuff,
Right.
a severe tear, which is what he's claiming why he didn't win the fight. And now,
It didn't make your arms longer.
well, no, but that he extended it. He was trying to extend it to try and get to him, and he tore it even more. But the boxing commission asked him before the fight, like, "Do you have any injuries that we need to know about?" And he said no. So now the boxing commission is thinking about, I don't know, banning him or suing him or fining him or whatever. And two students out of Las Vegas are now suing Manny Pacquiao in a class action lawsuit that everybody can jump in on. I mean, we could jump in
What?
on
For
that
what?
are suing him for falsely representing himself in the fight and charging $100 for the pay-per-view. Not to mention the money that they lost on the gambling on the bet, that they were misled, so they're going to sue Manny to get $5 million is where it's at right now.
Yeah.
And the more people that join this class action lawsuit, it's going to get even bigger.
It's called gambling, kids.
Right, but I mean, they kind of have a case.
No.
They kind of have a case. Manny Pacquiao said he was completely fine and completely fit, and he obviously, I mean, he's going to be out for 12 months.
Yeah,
And-
but I mean, what kind of precedent is that going to set? Then all of
Well-
a sudden, like, well, if some guy is playing with a hangnail in baseball, well, okay.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you
This
could.
pitcher has a hangnail.
We didn't know that. We
Well-
placed a bet on it.
I'm not saying that it's a smart thing. I'm just saying that the lady from McDonald's that sued them for having hot coffee, put this ball in motion. These kids are just finding out a way to capitalize on it and get their money back, if nothing else.
She
But-
did get burned, though.
But it was coffee. though.
Yeah, but who wants coffee that hot?
I think